Ravens week 4 against the undefeated Broncos team. Are the Ravens gonna be road warriors and give the Broncos that first loss? We're gonna discuss that game coming right out. Yo, my name is Sunny. Welcome to szg.sports, and if you love some Raven content, and I know you do, please subscribe now and hit that bell so you know every time I go live or I post a video, either preview or review of the game. Make sure also you smash that like button. Anyway, guys, let's talk about this game. This is a very tough game for the Ravens, right? Road Warriors, they're gonna go to Denver. Denver's not an easy task. It's not. Very hard to play in Denver. They're not used to it, obviously. It's just hard. And then, not only that, they have a Denver team ascending, playing well. A roster that, if they had a really good quarterback, we're talking about possibly Super Bowl contending, definitely pushing the Chiefs for the division, right? And then with Teddy, which is a good quarterback, but more of a game manager, it's a team that is dangerous because they're always in the game because they don't beat themselves. I'm gonna go ahead and start right out of the bat before I go with my keys to the game, talking Teddy Bridgewater and Lamar Jackson. I want you to see the stats. Teddy Bridgewater right now 76% completion. Lamar Jackson 60.9. 76. That's crazy. Teddy Bridgewater 4 touchdown passes, and I'm not taking into account running side because we know Lamar's deadly. But this is just on the passing side because Teddy doesn't run much. And then on the touchdown passes, we had Lamar with 3. This is the main stat. How many interceptions that Teddy Bridgewater had? 0. Lamar has 3, right? Last week, 2 the week before, so 3 total. And then now, this may surprise you, not to me. 8.7 average per completion for both quarterbacks. Similar on what they do right now. The Broncos are hurting. We're going to discuss that. So let's talk about this game. Ravens, Broncos. What are the keys for the Ravens to go out there and win? Right now, Ravens, last I checked, were plus 2.5. What that tells you right there is, if this was a neutral site, right? Vegas would have almost a picking game, but the Broncos half a point favorite. Okay, but saying that, right? You're saying that we're talking about that Ravens team that just edged the Lions, a team that is basically the Lions right now are playing one great half per game. Okay. My first key to the game. It was a key that I said. With the Lions, the linebacker has to be well. Safety linebacker has to be on point. They go with the dual threat balance and rushing attack between Gordon and William. Between both of them, 331 yards, 3 touchdowns. That means they are more than 100 yards per game, right? They have been good on the rushing side. Melvin Gordon, we know him when he came into the league with the Chargers. Really good back, fell off for a little bit. Looks like found a home in Denver. And then Williams has been a nice surprise. So, more than 100 yards per game between both of them. Linebackers have to come downhill. They have to make the tackle. The problem the Ravens are having is the tackling. Now, the D linemen, they're coming back. I thought in the last game they got tired. They didn't have the rotation. Rotation should be back. I don't think Ferguson might play, but that's okay. That's the D-line, big baby. Wolf probably not gonna play either, but Marabuki. And then 3 with Washington behind him, Jelly behind him, right? That rotation, Calais Campbell, move that line. Make sure there's no O-line to the second level, and then Queen, Harrison. Bynes made the 53-man roster. You know what that tells you, right? They're not trusting Queen. They want to see in those rushing situations bring Bynes instead of Queen. But Queens, when you're there, you have to make the tackle. Same thing for Harrison, Bynes, or whoever's there. Okay? That's my first key. Also, if Joker's not playing and it's Stephen needs to come down and hit the guy, wrap it down, bring it down. Clark, I know you're a good tackler. So that tackling has to be on point, okay? Then second, pressure. Because Teddy, if you let him time, he doesn't commit the errors, right? So that means Teddy can just be like, I will say this is a good game for them to blitz. They're missing the left guard, Risner, right? So push him. They have a center playing guard, Mainster, I think is how we pronounce his name. He was the center that I wanted him last year. Remember in the third round, we ended up going with Ben Cleveland. I think Mainster got picked before Cleveland. But exploit him. See, Calais Campbell, push him around. See how it's it. Also, a guy that's not been playing good, their center, Cushenberry. So obviously in the middle is their weakest point. Their tackles have been playing fairly well, Bowles on the left side, but that middle, Big Babies and Campbell, Marabuki, I want to see destruction, because if they can cause destruction, it's going to be a long game for Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, corners, play them tight. We talk about Judy's out, okay? We talk about Hamler's out, so that deep threat. But they had Sutton. Sutton's a physical, big corner. He can make plays. I want to see Marlin on him. And I want to see Jimmy Smith and Noah Fant. And then they had Tim Fitzpatrick, right? Tim Patrick, sorry. He's also been playing well. We're talking about Sutton has 210 yards, no touchdowns. So I don't want to see any touchdown against us. But Tim Patrick, 174, 2 touchdowns. So obviously in the red zone, they're looking for him. And Noah Fant, 110 and a touchdown. We have been fairly good against tight ends. Think about, yes, Waller eclipsed 100 yards, but he had like 20-something targets, right? I'm okay with that. And then you see Hawkinson didn't do much. Kelsey had a lot, but if we go back to tackling, if we would have brought him down in that big play, 70 yards or whatever it was, touchdown, he was fairly contained for that game. But yeah, missed tackling just killed us. So again, tackling first key. And then I think this is again that you man up and blitz, okay? They're hurting in the wide receiver, so I want to see us bring the pressure. Because Teddy Bridgewater, if he's calm, he's going to dissect you. Okay? Let's go to the other side. Offensively, protect Lamar. Von Miller playing very well. 4 sacks, 6 tackles for a loss in 3 games. This dude is found the family in youth this year. He's playing well. He's obviously coming for him. He wants to make sure you don't forget about him. Rest of the D-line is not great. Chubb is not playing, so obviously the O-line I'm expecting to hold a little bit more. Not only that, Jewel, their main middle linebacker, ain't playing either. So this is a game that you should treat it like we treated the Kansas City Chiefs game, right? Run down their gut. Their safeties are good. Simmons is good. They had Jackson that they use as a safety corner, and Stern. Each of them have a pick this year. Make sure Lamar protectable. This is a game, again, Denver's not about to beat themselves. So you need to take care of the ball. So hold the ball, no fumbles, and no interceptions, okay? But run down their gut. I want to see them run it. And then when you see those safeties come in, that's when you take shot. Hollywood Brown and the receivers, no drops. We can't have that. I'm not saying you got to have no drops in one game at all for the whole team. Obviously, I would like that, but come on, guys. No, I mean, it got ridiculous. So Mark Andrews, Hollywood, Sammy Watkins, we have the weapons. You have to convert. The running backs, again, we should be running. This should be a power running game. Exploit those middle linebackers. Exploit that middle of that D-line, which is not great, okay? The other outside linebacker is not great either. Denver is a solid team. And how Denver wins is their passing defense is good. This is why you have to run the ball. They haven't been playing against top-notch competition, but hey, they have taken care of themselves, and they do it no turnovers and no turnover balanced offensive attack between running and passing. And last but not least, that secondary is legit. Okay, so we're talking about Patrick Surtain. Make sure, again, Lamar has to make sure if he has a passing day like he did against the Lions, we should be good. But that secondary and the Lions are very different than the Denver one. So at the end of the day, my keys to the offense: run straight down the gut. Make sure you protect Lamar, especially against Von Miller, right? And then, last but not least, make sure you take your shots. Every time that the defense comes down, make sure you take your shots. Again, last but not least, and this goes without saying, other than the drop balls, turnover battle. We're talking about a Ravens team that is in the negative in the turnover battle of the first game, 0 in the second game, and negative in the third game. This is not winning football. We have been winning, but our plus minus is minus in the turnover margin. We need to correct that. This is a game that I can see the Ravens winning. I have this on a contested matchup, 2017 Ravens. Tell me, what do you think about this game? What is your score prediction? What are your keys to the game for a Ravens victory? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, IG, Facebook at szg.sports. Don't forget, I try to come live Mondays. If not, I put a video on Mondays, and also AFC North Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5:45 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace out.